What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Cardboard Drafthouse. My name's Ryan.
This is Dante.
And it's a great day for BTPT 9.
Bottom of the ninth. So now we need Joel. You need to be holding a trash game of Joel's choice. Mm-hmm. And you're going to toss it, and I'm going to bat it out of here. And off to the sun or something. Somewhere horrible.
This is Buy, Try, Pass or Trash, the show where we tell you whether you should buy a game, try a game, pass on a game, or simply
throw it in the trash.
Or knock it to the sun.
Yeah. We don't watch baseball.
I think that's what they do. They hit balls to the sun, probably.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a baseball!
If you're new around here, please like the video and subscribe to the channel if you like board game stuff, playthroughs, or just hearing two people chat about board games, you know? That's what we're here to do. So let's get to it. What's the first game, bro?
First game is a Wild Venture, a 2-player game.
I do have to preface, I feel like the last month or so, gaming has been good, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's been solid.
So maybe my BTPTs are going to be reflected of that. Who knows?
Foreshadowing is a narrative device.
What do we got?
Got try, need more decks and maps.
I do agree with that. But I do have it at a buy.
Oh, nice.
Sometimes foreshadowing is relatively obvious.
It's a tableau builder / deck builder where you're traveling this map and you're getting more cards and money and you're playing new cards, and your goal is to get those cards, tuck them in, because that's how you score most of your points, and you're also building buildings that give you special abilities.
So this is a 2-player only game. There's a lot of like duo games coming out, dual games, right? This just was a very unique kind of take to me, and that's why I have it at a buy. It's different than a lot of other things out there.
Yeah.
Chocolate rain.
I just really liked all the card play. I like the combos that you can find. A new map and some more cards to add to those decks will really set this off.
The game comes with a map that's double-sided. One's like a simpler side and one has more more expensive things. The game comes with a deck that you always play with and 2 side decks that you shuffle one or you shuffle the other one. They both have like different themes, but I feel like if you play it enough, you'll see everything eventually, and so you might want more decks of cards with different things.
Yeah, for sure. The art, very charming. It's got that like Adventure Time aesthetic. The artwork is cool. Little adventuring around the map is cool. Like I said, finding the combos of cards that kind of like work well together. The tucking of the cards and having to like play that memory game isn't my favorite part of it all. They do say in the rulebook you can freely look at it if you want like an easier game or whatever. We've never played it that way. That's like the only kind of negative, but it's really not that bad. It's kind of funny at a point. Like,
yeah,
I'm just like, I hope I have rabbits. I don't remember, dude. Like,
yeah, in our playthrough, I tucked a gear instead of a person or
an animal, a villager, or whatever.
A villager, and that kind of cost people points. Which is like, oh yeah, I confused the gear for a villager because both say crow cards, and I was like, oops. But I didn't notice because I didn't look through the cards.
Sorry, dude. I'm freaking. I'm dying, apparently.
Mine is dying. Joel put us in a funeral with just this little grave, just like.
It's a solid start. I hope that they, make an expansion. It would be very easy, just like a board and some cards. It could be a thin. Then you don't even need like a whole box for that.
Yeah.
So
they are working for a solo mode, as far as I've heard. But hopefully they will bring more, because the combos is the best part. I love the combos. Because when you get some cards like, oh, this works with this works with this.
The only other negative I can really think of is sometimes remembering all your triggers can be hard. But we do come from a Magic the Gathering background where like that's just the name of the game is like remembering your triggers, and things can be, so overwhelming that like this almost felt like Magic Light, with some of the triggers that were happening and like combos that you could, do. So that's the only thing. New board gamers might struggle with this because of how many things you need to remember, like triggering another person's gear and remembering like, oh, I get a bag from that, or I get a coin off of that, and all that kind of stuff. Little hard, but solid foundation for a game, in my opinion.
Yeah. High try for me and a buy from Ryan. Hopefully they bring more, and that definitely would change my my thoughts. I mean, I own it. I already bought it, but I probably recommend them more.
And you got the wooden upgraded components,
I
dude.
did. I can't have those cardboard pieces. So what's our next game?
The next game is a flip and write game that I played on the channel solo, but you have also played it as well. It is called Fliptown.
Philadelphia.
I got neat Western game.
I'm at a buy on this one, and I put Western themes are dope. Who knew?
Just thinking about you coaches, I'm a cowboy.
Fliptown is a flip and write game, which incorporates like aspects of poker into the game where you're flipping out cards from a regular deck of cards, and you're using those cards to visit various places on a map, activating certain spots to like gain money or gold or do various things. It can be played multiplayer, or it has a very cool solo mode, but they have this little side deck that you can get that's called the Lone Gun, which adds a little like solo campaign to the game, which is what I played on the channel, and I've been working on that by myself. I just finished chapter 4 of that.
You could probably play that with multiplayer. Just you're not scoring against them. You're just scoring against the game. You don't affect anybody's the board. You're playing the same cards, and then the only thing you have to do is like a counter because of that special card you get around. So technically, you could play with people and just compare scores at the end of the thing.
For the Lone Gun.
For the Lone Gun.
The way the Lone Gun works is it gives you a certain like objective that you have to achieve, as well as trying to hit a certain number of points. So like in chapter 1, you have to make it to the end of the trail or else you just lose. So you're focusing on like one part of the board and like, I have to do that thing. And every chapter it's been different. That alone, like that's what I really like about this game. If I hadn't played the Lone Gun, I might only be at a try. But the Lone Gun, just like every chapter forces you to play the game a little bit different, which I really appreciate. Because there's one area of the board called the Badlands where you are going to like do heists. You're like stealing chickens, stealing cows, robbing stagecoaches, and robbing trains. I hate that area of the board. I never want to do it. I avoid it like the plague because there's a potential for you to like not get many good bonuses from it. I mean, you have to do this push your luck thing where you flip a card off the top of the deck, and if the thing you're attacking is less than that number, you like don't get certain points.
Yeah, you get a partial.
And like I got burned on it a couple times, and I was just like, screw that. I'm never doing that again.
I'm sure it's completely. Nope. Never again. Nope. No thanks. Thank you. Nope.
But then there was a mission that I played where anytime I did the mine and I got gold, it let me freely take away my wanted. So then I was like, well, might as well just go ham in the Badlands. And I actually scored really high when I did that. So I was like, okay, I understand how this can be used well. The Lone Gun is really what set this off for me, is what I'm trying to say. Long story short.
For me, it's still a try. I need to try the Lone Gun. See how that adds to the game, because otherwise it's just, again, what I think about. Rolling Rights is just like doing the same thing, just in different order.
But I do love, if you know me, I love a Western theme. So this theme is just awesome. And the fact that they incorporate like poker into it is super cool as well. Because every turn you're flipping out 3 cards and you pick 1 card for the suit, 1 card for its value, and that determines where you go on the board. And then the last card gets added to your poker hand. So at the end, you take 5 turns per round. And so at the end of at the end of a round, you have a 5-card poker hand. Sometimes you're like, man, I really want to go to like the mine, but I need this diamond in my poker hand because I'm going for a flush or something. And so then you're sort of like taking crappier actions out here to try to like make a better poker hand. So I really liked that dynamic of trying to make that work too. So yeah, I mean, poker, Western theme.
Yeah, I think the poker theme, the trying to make the hand thing is my favorite part of the game.
Yeah, that's a very cool mechanic. So I like it. Lone Gun, I'll let you borrow it, dude, so you can try it out.
I'll borrow from Chris. Mm-hmm. Somebody, 2 people have it, so I can definitely get access to it.
Anything else on Fliptown, or are we gonna hit the old dusty trail?
No, I just keep confusing Fliptown for Fliptoon.
Oh. Yeah, dude. I mean, change a letter and you got Fliptoons.
Yeah.
That's a different game though.
As that was a try for me, and another buy from Ryan. I'm buying all the games.
I mean, like I said, dude, I'm on a high from gaming right now, so
You see how many Kickstarters he's done lately.
if I feel bold, I will give that list to Joel and he can put it right here of everything that I've backed and want to back. It's terrible. It's so bad right now. What is the next game though, dude?
Next is our game Tenby, which was on my list to games to try at DTW, which we didn't, but I didn't buy it, so we did play it.
You like jazz?
What do we got?
I got try. I want to like this game more.
My high is over with. I am a pass on Tenby, and I put what's with these long streets?
Yeah. Tenby is a plateau builder where you're trying to build streets. All the buildings and cards, short cards or water cards score differently. So you're trying to match things with cards that match each other so you can score them because each card scores independently. So you end up building rows of streets or maybe just longer streets. And it has a card drafting mechanic where you get to choose next round. So the weaker the card, you get less things, but next round you get your first choice of whatever you want. And the more powerful the card is, you're gonna go last. And when it's your turn, there might not be as many things available for you to grab, which is probably my favorite thing about the game.
Yeah, for sure. The way that you select your actions and do the drafting, that is a slam dunk. I want that mechanic to like be in another game that isn't this game.
Right.
Because that is super great. I love that part. I don't know what it is with these games lately. We played a couple where like you're just building like a super long, wide street, and then we like bump into each other, and we have to like shift our cards around. I hate it. At least with a game like Pawnscape, it gives you a grid, and you have like a defined space that you're working with. These games that can just kind of like infinitely sprawl out have just started to annoy me.
Rough and irritating, and it gets everywhere.
We played it in the channel. We tried to. We recorded it, and we made a lot of mistakes that we ended up like, we don't want to.
We literally can't play it. We couldn't show it, yeah.
It never happened. Not this time. It's an urban legend that never happened.
And we got to a point where like we couldn't fit it right, and we would need to like put the counter higher, but then everything is really, really small.
Yeah.
So it would have been like terrible for like anybody to see this game.
Yeah. The scoring stuff, dude, like seems neat in theory, right? Like every card has a scoring criteria, and it might be like the amount of birds that are on your street. Well, then you have like a street that's 12 cards, 15 cards wide, and you're playing like Where's Waldo to find every bird, and you're like, wait, okay, well, you're like, well, there's 10 birds, and then you like double count it again. You're like, wait, 11? Hold up. When we played with our buddy Joel, he counted his score, and then we're like, dude, that seems really high. So then he recounted his score, and he got like 20 points less. And then he recounted his score a third time and got a different number all 3 times.
What's 9 plus 10?
21.
You stupid.
That's a problem. Like, I feel like when you're trying to just tabulate your score and you can't find all the things that the scoring criteria cares about. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so this game comes in a small box, and it looks like a small game, but it just, all cards, so everything just spreads and gets bigger. But again, the cards are not that very big, and all the icons and everything is very small.
Yeah, a bird is...
So sometimes you are like just looking like...
Yeah, get a magnifying glass out and like...
making sure you have everything. It's definitely worth trying. Again, the drafting mechanic is great because, again, they give like doing a weaker to get better choices next round, but then getting a stronger card that's going to give you a lot more things, but not having those choices available to you, because when you draft the cards, it goes in order and they don't refill. You're always going to get buildings, but you're not going to get the choice of the pick. You might just be grabbing from the top of the deck.
And you get some random crap.
And you get random things. And there are little things to help you negate some of those things, but sometimes not you might not have those resources to do that with. So that you're just going to off the top, and then you have to build a new street.
And that is one of the better parts of the game too, are the little life preservers that you can get to spend to do those additional actions. Like It might be flip out a new building. So you can kind of spend a life preserver to flip out a card to see if it's something you would like. If you don't like it, you can take off the top instead. So that is a cool, way to mitigate some of the things going on in the game. But like the fact that this thing is just exploding too big and then trying to score it at the end is just too insane. Plus, yeah, like your score gets up into the 200s. I'm getting sick of games that come with little chits that make like it's 100 on one side, 200 on the other, 300 on the other, and 400 on the other. Like, who's scoring 400 points in a game?
I mean, this game has none of that, just to tell you. In this game, you literally need a calculator and and just got to write down every single card and then add them all up.
But like, can we just have a game where the high score is like 40 points?
No.
I don't need to score 400 points in a game. I don't know. That's just me. That's too many.
I'm going to try. I wish I want to like this game more, but it's still worth trying out, see if you like it, but maybe in the long run, it's not a try for me.
Yeah, it just angered me. It triggered me, dude. I'm a pass.
All right. What's the next game after that?
Let's get out of Tenby, dude. That's a real town, yeah?
It's a real town in Wales.
I'll never be able to go there, that's for sure. Our next game is Overparked, which is a game by my newly acquired boy, Daryl Chow. What do we got?
I got buy, the more, the better. I wanted to try to come up with like a parking joke, but I couldn't think of anything. Like, hey, I'm trying to park here or something. I got nothing.
Where's Dante in a New York taxi cab going, hey.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm walking here.
We don't talk like that. We don't say things like that. You understand?
Okay, sorry.
I'm a buy as well, and I put parking cars in a parking lot is dope. Who knew? Overparked is by Daryl Chow, who also was a co-designer of the game Come Sail Away, which I fell in love with that game when I saw that he had made this game called Overparked that was also sort of like a puzzly little game where you're putting not polyomino shapes, because they aren't shapes, they're literally just like square rectangles.
Yeah, they're just rectangles.
Into a parking lot trying to, make configurations of colors. I was like, this looks cool. Let's try it out. And yeah, I was like pleasantly surprised with the production of the game. It's really good. The dual layer player board to hold all the pieces in. They kind of have this like spot UV treatment that like kind of has some nice like, shiny pops on the cars. The way you draft in this game, there's a circle of 5 cards in the middle with a steering wheel. Whatever color you are, you move the steering wheel so that your color is pointing at a card. You get to take that card, then everybody else just takes the card that's associated with their color. And then you play a card out of your hand, add those cars that are on the card to your parking lot, try to fill up your parking lot the best you can.
This game is that flash game where like you're the opposite, where like you're trying to like get the cards out of the parking lot. This is you're trying to put them all into the parking lot. I do love the wheel mechanic where like you get your choice and then you just get whatever else somebody gives you. Mm-hmm. So I do think this is better with more players because I like the thought of the mayhem that you're just going by what people are giving you. Mm-hmm. I think when we play 2, you have too much choice and it just makes it too simple to fit everything in. So sure. I want to do that puzzle where I'm just at the mercy of whatever I get.
Yeah, because if you're playing 5 players, right, like it'll be 4 turns of you not getting your choice of card. You're just getting whatever random card somebody else assigns to you. We have not played it with 5 yet, but
3 is the most we've done.
Mm-hmm.
But I think at 4 and 5 is I think that puzzle of like just going with whatever you get is a lot more fun than when you have too much choice.
I don't think it's bad at 2 though.
No.
I've had fun at every player count so far. The game is all like simultaneous play, so even at 4 and 5, it shouldn't be that bad. Most games, if you were like, hey, do you want to play this 5 players? I would be like, hell no.
Hell no. To the no, no, no. Hell to the no.
It's going to take forever, dude. This game is all simultaneous play. It should go fine, and yeah, it would be very chaotic. You would probably have a much harder time doing that puzzle correctly. You would have way more spilling into your no park zone, sort of the negative zone when you can't fit things properly into the parking lot. Man, these games that are like a simple little concept that I'm mad at myself for not thinking of first, but it's like...
Yeah, the game is draft a card, play a card, place the things in your parking lot, and then you just check if you met any like the scoring requirements, and then the next person goes. And then everybody's just doing it at the same time, just checking if everybody done. Did anybody score this at the same time as I did? And that's it. That's all you do. Once somebody cannot place a 2-spot car,
2x1, yep.
a 2x1 in their parking lot, the game just ends.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, super simple mechanics. I thought it would have been like fiddly. I thought that like trying to fit those cars in and like move stuff around, where you would have been like knocking it and like, but no problems.
I want to like super upgrade and just have like the wooden pieces so it looks all 3D. That would be amazing.
That would be cool. Hey, Dice Tower West, get like a giant version of this, like you had the Harmonies and some of those other games.
And use like Hot Wheels, but then you have to buy like the same color card, multiples of the same card.
Hot Wheels are only like $1 each, man.
Yeah, but you have to find like multiples of the same one.
We can do it. Let's do it. We're building it.
Just a big old version.
Yeah, we'll bring it next year. Dice Tower West, giant Overparked, coming soon. What is our next game?
Our next game is another roll and write, a restaurant themed roll and write called Wok Roll.
I also am a writer, Dante. What do we got?
I got try. Don't go for the protein dishes or the game will be too short.
I'm a high try. It's also dope. And then up here, I had to represent my restaurant from the playthrough, Roach Ramen Squad. Wok Roll is another game by my boy, Daryl Chow. When I picked up Overparked, Wok Roll was also there. And I was like, you know, I'm liking this guy's design, so I'm going to get both of these games so I can try them out. I really do like Wok Roll as well. I'm like right there at a buy. There is an expansion for this called the Korean Wave, and people say that that is really good. If I got that, it would probably elevate this to a buy for me. But as it stands, great game. I like it a lot. High try. What you're doing in this game is you've got 6 dice. You're going to roll them, and you're going to use the ingredients from your final roll to check off some dishes that are in your restaurant. And then the dishes that you check off might give you some other ingredients that you put in your pantry that you can then like use later for future dishes. So you're sort of like finding these combos here to get an ingredient here, which can get paired with this dice here. And you just play until somebody has either 3 dishes complete. The rules say you can play a longer game and have 5 dishes complete. Simple as that. You just add up, you know, if one of the squares has a little number next to it, you get points. If you crossed off that square, you get points for things that are in your pantry at the end of the game or whether or not you've used them. A really fun, chill, easy game.
Yeah, it has that thing where like, so if you're the roller, you have access to 6 dice and everybody else only gets 4. So you're just at the mercy of whatever they keep. And hopefully you can use those 4 dice. But the roller gets 6 and they get the most choices. The only thing I didn't really enjoy was when that one game where I just went all protein because I just kept rolling chicken and shrimp. So I'm like, I might as well just do all chicken shrimp. And then like I ended the game like that. And we just were like, oh, that was not like, it did not feel satisfying that we like roll it back.
The end scores of that game were like, I think I had 20 points, 20
like
or
20,
21.
19 or like 16.
Yep, 19, 8, you know. Whereas other games that we've played, we've been in the like 30s, 40s,
Yep.
maybe even 50s. And so, yeah, Dante just like sprinted down 3 lines really fast to just ended the game. And you didn't even end up winning that game.
No. And I'm like, this doesn't feel worth it. And the game ended and we're like, oh, no, that was, let's run it back. Try that again.
And we did. We played it. We just, you know, erased our boards and like went back again for another play. I do appreciate like the combos that you can kind of find. You're like, oh, if I use these 3 ingredients to mark this off, that gives me a broccoli, which then I can use with the meat here to get this, which unlocks this. And like, you can kind of start to, you know, snowball your turns and start to do a lot. But also, you know, you can get kind of screwed and be like, bro, what this guy kept, I literally can't, I can make 1 dish and it doesn't even give me any points.
Or no dishes.
Yeah, or none.
Yeah.
So, you know, you can get a little bit screwed in that game, but I think it's good.
I mean, yeah, it's short enough that if you answer quick, you just roll again. And then some games do feel very fun and very satisfying.
Typically, like, we don't play a lot of roll and writes or flip and writes. Like, that hasn't been a genre that we've really, you know, gotten into. The ones that I've gotten, we play them like once and we go like, okay, whatever. But like Fliptown and Wok Roll, I have been really enjoying. And so, you know, I've been like, well, maybe I need to check out some others. Maybe I've just been playing the wrong ones.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. So coming around. I'm coming around to rolling rights, flipping rights, dude.
Isn't there a song, Coming Around?
She'll be coming around the mountain when she comes, or what? I don't know.
Come around.
Oh, that is a, yeah. I think that's Turnaround, though.
Is it Turnaround?
Yeah. Turn around. Mountain when she comes, or what?
I made it better. My version's better.
So that was Wok and Roll, dude. We have a playthrough of that. I mean, we have a playthrough of a lot of these on the channel, but you can go check it out right here, Bing.
I believe all of these have playthroughs except for Tenby, which we did, and that just like, this is garbage.
I should just release like the worst parts of that video of us just screwing up left and right, and we'll have like a crappy outtake video on the channel.
So many bad things.
What is our next games?
So our next category, I mean, we have 3 games, but they're all part of a series. And this is a CMYK games, Magenta series. They'll come in a magenta color box. And we did 3 of them. We did Figment, Fruit Fight, and No Thanks.
To be fair, we only recorded for the channel Figment and Fruit Fight. No Thanks, we played off the channel.
I'm going to put 3 things. I'm not going to order this. It's a Figment, Fruit Fight, and No Thanks. I'm going with.
Are we ready for the Magenta series, bro?
I am. I have Try. How is that 19%?
How is that 19%?
Then for Fruit Fight, Buy Not My Mangoes.
Oh my gosh, my mangoes.
And then I have for No Thanks, Pass. I hate this game. Run it back.
First of all, I have to say right down here at the bottom, we are not sponsored by CMYK in any way, shape, or form. I'm a buy on all these games. I think they're freaking hilarious, dude.
I just think they're neat.
But it was also super great because everybody else was like just straight up.
I mean, Tammy's never going to play that with you again.
Tammy was just, you know, losing her mind while we played that game. He's crashing out.
My mangoes.
Anyway, we're getting ahead of ourselves. First one, Figment. We played it on the channel. This is a co-op game where it's sort of like an optical illusion where you're looking at cards and you're trying to sequence them based on the amount of a certain color on the card from like least amount to most. I thought that game was super fun. That was like a very chill. It's more of an activity, I will say. It's not like a game, but very fun activity to just do, you know, with a friend, some friends.
I think this is a good thing to do with new people, but I think if you play with the same people over and over again, eventually you'll start kind of remembering the percentages.
I did think about that. The deck is very big, and you know, you're going to shuffle it, so there's always going to be like a different sequence of the cards. And every time, you know, the arrow might be a different color. So you might be looking at pink on a card one time, and then the next time you get it, it might be teal. So I don't know. My memory is straight garbage, so I doubt I will ever remember what the percentages are, but that is a thing that could happen. It's a very different thing from anything else I have, and so I think it's fun. Again, when we were playing it with Tammy, she was just losing her mind on that one too. She's a graphic designer, and so it was like breaking her brain trying to play that, which to me was hilarious. So
yeah, our score with her was not as high as our score by ourselves.
Mm-hmm. I did like, there was a guy who commented on our Figment video. There was a point in time where me and you were looking at these 2 cards with a circle on it. One was a circle with like, it was a donut with like the hole cut out. And the other one was a circle with like some weird lines in there. And he was like, mathematically, you can literally tell that this one has less because of like the
circumference,
the volume of the, you know, we have this color versus what's here, like that circle. And he, you know, gave a very compelling argument, and I was like, yeah, you're actually right. Like, you're on the team, buddy. You're recruited. Let's go. So Fruit Fight.
Fruit Fight's a pure buy. It's a great game. So it's a Flip 7 style game. You got to play Flip 7. You play this, you're going to feel very familiar.
Yep.
But I think Fruit Fight just really neat where like you steal people's fruit and they're like, don't steal my fruit, and then you might bust.
What's funny is like we posted this video and somebody commented right away like, this is just Flip 7. And I was like, you are correct. Fruit Fight came out before Flip 7. Technically, Flip 7
copy Fruit Fight.
Bit off of Fruit Fight, yes. Fruit Fight was different games. It had different names prior. I think it came out in 2021. Flip 7 says it came out in 2024. This is just new printing, new art, whatever. It is by Rainier Knizia, prolific designer, in case you didn't know. But yeah, it's a super fun push your luck game that you could play with new people. It's like, dude, just flip out cards. If you ever flip out the same thing you already have, you bust. If you flip out fruit that somebody else has, you get to steal it. Try to keep as much fruit as you can. That's the game. Let's play.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
hopefully take all the fruit and back in max you and score some points.
Mm-hmm. It's super fun. I mean, you can watch our playthrough. We're cracking up. We're busting and getting like, oh man. And then, when you steal a bunch of fruits from someone, you're like, ha ha ha. Yep. And the other guy's like, oh no, my mangoes.
No, my mangoes.
So yeah, that game is just a fun time. That's what we're here to do with gaming, is like laugh and have fun and chill with our buddies. You know what I mean?
Yep.
The more you know. The last one is called No Thanks. This one was wild.
I'm a pass on this one. I think in the long run, I think I'd rather play the other ones before I play this.
Yeah, I do agree. The other two are probably better, but still, No Thanks was super funny to me. No Thanks is a game where it's just a deck of cards where the numbers are 3 to 33, I think, or like 37, something like that. You shuffle the deck up and you take 9 cards out, sight unseen. So you're left with whatever you're left with. Put them out in the middle and you flip out a card and it goes to somebody and they can choose to take the card, or they can put one of their little tokens on it and pass the card to somebody else. And if you get those cards in front of you, those count as points. However, in this game, points are bad. So you want as few of cards in front of you as you can, because you want to have the lowest score in this game. The interesting thing about this game is that if you ever create a sequence of numbers, you only count the lowest one. So let's say I had the 23 in front of me, and then somebody passed me the 24. Well, yeah, I'm going to take that because now the 23 just kind of goes on top of the 24, and it's as if the 24 doesn't exist to me. Same if I got the 25 or the 26, the 27, none of those score.
But the 21 and lower your score.
Yep. Yeah, you can potentially get lower cards and keep making your score go down. However, some cards have been removed from the deck, so you might have like the 23 and the 25, and you're looking for the 24, but it's not there. So it's just like it's a wild, just like kind of random, silly game. And I mean, yeah, when we played it, I was getting very lucky, and I like made all these runs that just made my score go down. And yeah, like
yeah, after we finished the first game, I was like, I hate this game, and she's like, run it back, which makes no sense.
Yeah. She did.
She was again.
She's like, I never want to play this again. Deal it one more time. And that is the feeling you get from that game. You're like irritated by it, but yet you want to play it one more time to do better.
Let's still say Fruit Fight over all of them. That's the best one.
For sure. I will agree. If I had to rank them, I would say Fruit Fight, Figment, No Thanks.
Yep.
So that was the CMYK Magenta series, not brought to you by CMYK because we're not sponsored by anybody. Nobody has paid us a dime to talk about any game on our channel. Nobody has sent us a game for free. We buy them all with our own money.
But I will take their money. I have no shame. I'll just say they gave us money, or they gave us this game before. Games are expensive.
If we were to ever get free games, we would tell you that this game was provided to us for free, but it hasn't happened yet. So it's been a year. What's our last game?
Our last game is a co-op game that we also, almost all these games are on the channel, Leviathan Wilds.
The way you just said that gave me an idea.
I have an idea!
I have Leviathan Wilds.
I put give me more Leviathans.
So yeah, this is a buy, obviously.
Yeah.
Leviathan Wilds. So yeah, Leviathan Wilds is a co-op game where it's not a boss battler, but there is like a large boss that you are working with. They have crystals all over them in the form of these dice, and you're a little tiny climber that needs to like jump around and swing around and climb your way around to break all the crystals off the Leviathan to free them from their frenzy or whatever is ailing them. I only have the base game right now. There is already one expansion out. There's another one coming out soon that's going to be on Kickstarter. Again, not sponsored by them, but We're just letting you know. You have like characters and you have classes, and you can pick a character, pick a class, mix the cards together to, you know, have a different combination of cards that you're working with. We haven't even played like all the combos yet. We've played, what, 3 Leviathans now?
Yep, we play the first one, which is a turtle, and then we play the second one, which is like a big tall dude.
And then we played Blizzard on the channel right here, Bing.
Blizzard? No, it was
Avalanche.
Avalanche.
His,
yeah.
yes, his. He was cold. He was icy.
He was an icy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's called Avalanche because it was made out of rocks.
I mean, dude, the base game comes with 17 different Leviathans. I wouldn't say they all have a different like gimmick to them, but a lot of them do have some different rule set that you need to kind of like add to the puzzle. And it's been very fun trying to figure out those. It is puzzly. It's got like puzzly elements, right? So
yep. On your turn, you have a card or 3 cards, and those cards are like what you use for points, but you can also use them for their ability, and they're also your grip. So in the game, cards or grip is what lets you stay climbing, and if you lose your grip, you fall. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of really fun just to choosing what order you want to play things or how many cards you want to play. Because the more cards you play, then on your turn you draw cards, which is your grip, and the less grip you have, like again, the Leviathan will make you lose some grip, or there's hazards that make you lose grip, and falling down is not what you want to do.
Nope. Especially on one of those Leviathans where the page is turned tall ways. Could you imagine being at the top and you like fell all the way to the bottom? It would take you so many turns to get back to where you just were. So like you really need to manage your grip, and your grip is your deck. So yeah, I mean, and the Leviathans, like Dante said, you might flip a card that's like everybody loses 2 grip, which means you have to discard 2 cards off of your deck. If you run out of cards, you fall. It's just a really cool system, really neat game. I'm excited to get the expansion and the new expansion. I'm probably just going to get everything that they got so we can mix it all together in this big blender and just play endlessly.
I mean, every class has their own decks and they'll have specialized, but then you can add the character who have a special power and like 1 or 2 special cards that go with them. So those mixes and combos can sometimes work really well. Maybe sometimes they don't work so well. We're not running into a bad combo yet, but it could happen.
I also really like how the cards that you have in your hand, you know, they all have like special abilities on them, and you can play those at any time, even on an opponent's turn, to kind of help them out. So sometimes you might be like, oh, dude, you can like do this cool jump move, and then I can play this, which will like teleport you to the right, and then you can, you know, hit a crystal with another card or something. And you can kind of make these crazy things happen, you know, if you're working together in that way. So.
Yeah. So if you played, what's that game with the big Leviathan monsters? PlayStation game.
This Colossus?
Yes.
Something about a Colossus?
If you play that game, this is kind of like what you're climbing up, and you're breaking crystals to save them. And once you break all the crystals, you save it, and then you win the game. Mm-hmm. Or the could also say it's like a Attack on Titan, where you're just like sipping through the monster and just doing that.
You know how much I love anime. You're speaking my language, dude.
You've seen some of this. One of the few things you actually have watched some of it.
Why is that guy big though?
Like that
was my main question the whole time of that.
Why that guy inside the wall?
We're getting off topic. Yeah. Yes, Leviathan Wilds is a buy. The game is fun. If you like co-op puzzly bangers.
Yeah, I agree. This game is super fun. Play together. I like you have a turn, the Leviathan does something, then it's their turn, they do something, and then you can play cards in each other's turn to help each other out. Mm-hmm. And sometimes you get some really, really cool dope turns where you like they'll do a lot of moving around and do a lot of cool things.
You're doing back flips and front flips and side flips and
breaking crystals and you're gliding down. It has some really cool moments.
Mm-hmm. And then there's a turn where you just like rest and recover.
You don't do anything. You just make sure that you're like, I need to chill for a hot second.
Yeah. I think that's it.
No, that was it. That's the bottom of the night. Game is over. You ate too many hot dogs. You had a couple of beers. And you're like, I gotta well, now go fight the parking lot because it's full of cars and they'll leave in this giant game or something.
But if you're really good at Overparked, that's actually going to be really fun.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, thank you guys for hanging out with us for BTPT 9, bottom of the 9th.
Yeah, so as always, remember to like, comment, subscribe. Tell us what games you agree with us with, what games you don't, what games are garbage, what games are not. We love to hear from you.
And we always like to hear what you're playing. So what was the last game that you played? Was it a buy, a try, a pass, or trash? Let us know.
Yeah, so yeah, we'll see you at the next one.
Have a good one, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
I just want to buy all the games.